Hello there. It's me again. It's still me. I'm still a click wrangler, right? I still have this weird bit of hair from a haircut. It's probably time for a haircut. Probably time for a shave. Probably had time to get Just for Men and dye the gray out of my beard. It's time for a lot of things. It's spring. It's almost springtime. It's going to be snowing in Portland. But the thing about today, the heater's on. We're probably going to have to turn that on. This stream is almost certainly a bad idea. The last few streams have been like kind of iffy in terms of what am I doing, but I'm very close to the basic structure of the video edit. I probably won't change the actual structure, but I've got to record all the voiceover. So I went in and I quickly, just off the cuff, recorded scratch tracks for each one, but like I'm stuttering and saying things at the top of my head. So we need to go through each of these, write a few sentences so I can know what I want to say. And then that's kind of it. Most everything else is set up for recording that audio. I'm going to record directly into Premiere, which I think I've got all figured out. The problem with the footage from earlier, it actually wasn't running OBS and Premiere at the same time, which is what I had thought it was, or at least that wasn't the whole problem. It was that the video encoded by OBS Premiere was not happy with it. Even though it was H.264 video and should be cool, it must be maybe because it's a variable bitrate. I don't know, but I just took it into Adobe Media Encoder, re-encoded it as something a little, almost basically the same thing, which seems silly. Which probably just made my files bigger, but whatever. Then Premiere was able to take it in. I brought it all in. So we can look at the project if you are interested in kind of seeing how this works. I am not gonna say that I'm like, I don't know, it's a weird thing, because I wouldn't say I'm a professional editor, but like sometimes people pay me to edit, and I guess that makes me kind of a professional editor. It's not what I like. It's not the main focus of my career. It's now and then I do editing jobs, and for like any project I do in Document, I typically do the editing. So anybody who's a real editor is probably going to look at this, if they ever look at this, and think I'm doing ridiculous things, and I probably am, but hey, I've made it this far. So, oh yeah, those file sizes are ridiculous. Well, whatever. So going over here, you can see these were the files. So out of OBS, I normally record to FLV because it's less prone to self-destructing if the stream fails, but I always remux at the end, which is not the same as re-encoding, remux to MPEG-4. In both cases, it's H.264, I'm pretty sure, like they're just different containers for the same video codec. But these files were just not working well. So all these ones that have _1, I took through Adobe Media Encoder, and it's pretty ridiculous. Like, look how much bigger the file sizes are. Like sometimes 7 times larger, sometimes close to 10 times larger, but whatever. We maintain the quality. It works okay. It's not the end of the world. It's kind of a waste of space, but yeah, that's fine. It's fine. They're working now, so hey, it's all good. So what we need to do is take a look over here. So here's my layout. I was doing audio stuff, so I'm kind of audio mode-ish, but let's just go back to the regular old world. So if you've never done editing in Premiere or in any editor, the general idea is you've got a bunch of footage. Like in this case, here's all our video clips, and a bunch of audio clips are recorded and various other things. This is all the media for the project. And over here's your timeline where you sequence that media. You have video tracks and you have audio tracks. By default, if you drop in video track with audio, they'll kind of be paired together and maintain their relationship together. And you can drop in various effects and transitions and whatnot. Usually, for me, because I don't do a ton of video-based stuff, Premiere's kind of a last step where I might like capture stuff in Unity or render stuff out of After Effects and then just collect it all together. And in this case, I'm not really doing anything fancy. I'm using like right now just really basic transitions, just a dissolve transition. I think I'll probably leave that because it looks reasonably okay and it's easy. For the audio, I did set up some effects. For the issue being the audio from the stuff recorded in OBS, I already have some filters on to filter out noise and whatnot. And recording directly with the voiceover feature into Premiere, one, I only got one audio channel, so I needed a filter to just copy the left channel to the right channel. Maybe I had that backwards. Anyway, to make a mono track pretend to be stereo, because I could not find a way in Premiere to just say, make this track mono, which is annoying. And a denoiser, and then that's kind of it. I played with some levels, music has a track, whatever. So it's all relatively simple. Like, this is a not complicated layout. The only reason this looks funny is because I was kind of alternating my voiceover tracks, so I didn't have to worry about the length to record over. So I feel like the beginning is pretty okay. The edit is pretty okay. Or fine. I mean, honestly, I feel like some of the stuff runs on a little too long, but I decided just the easiest thing for me would be to maintain consistency and just say all of them are 20 seconds. Maybe we'll just watch it with the scratch audio track. So these will be bad voiceover recordings. I'm warning you now. Just watch it with the scratch audio, watch it with the music, and maybe we'll decide like, hey, we don't need 20 solid seconds of all these. We can do just fine with 15 solid seconds, because I do feel like many of them run on too long. But just because I am the person that I am, I would prefer that they are all the same length. So let's stop this music, and this is like, for me at least, and generally when I've worked like in studios and seen professional editor. Why am I not seeing your chat, Draclin? I just saw you talking in this other window. See the current playthrough, then review. Yes. Sometimes let me refresh my Twitch dashboard. Just sometimes chat doesn't show me anything. Are you there? Can you hear me? Draclin, come in. Ping. Okay, I saw your ping in that window. Okay, I see it here. That's weird. I had the MooBot window opened elsewhere. One of the new features of the new OBS that was released today is Twitch integration, so that you can have your Twitch chat built into OBS, which seems pretty cool. There's actually a number of features that I'm pretty excited about. Several of them that I had been kind of wanting or waiting for. I can't check for updates. I just wanted to see the, okay, never mind. Maybe tomorrow we'll look at the OBS changelog. Okay, let's watch this thing. I would say that, keep in mind, editing is a very iterative process. So it is for me, it is for like basically any pro editors I've ever worked with at any studios I've been at. Like, you make it bad and then you make it better. And audio, especially with like scratch tracks for voiceovers and stuff like that. So let's see what we have so far. You can't hear the audio. Cool. Man. Let's see if I can add it. Let's do an audio output capture. Premiere's been really doing fun stuff with my audio all the time. So when that plays, it actually doesn't play out. That's a pretty weird one. Audio input capture. I could capture whatever's going out to my headphones. Let's try that, I guess. This might do something horrible. I hope it doesn't. Okay. Okay, maybe this will work. It might be loud or horrible. It doesn't work at all. It doesn't work at all. Properties on this. We're trying to get the output. How can I capture you, audio? Oops. Why are you like this, Premiere? Man, this might mess up everything. This might really explode everything. Let's see. Let's see how we do. Let's delete this. That's weird. Okay, maybe this. Oh yeah, that's very angry. Let's try restarting Premiere. Oh, Premiere's just totally frozen. Is my stream working? Am I still streaming? I think so. Okay. I kind of hate Premiere. I kind of hate all Adobe programs. InDesign is pretty good, but I haven't used it in some years. But just broadly, like, all Adobe programs kind of make me angry. I don't need you to report to Microsoft. Okay. The next big alternative Premiere, Final Cut always was. And Final Cut was for like the early part of my career in time-based media and motion graphics. Final Cut was like the de facto version. And then Apple released Final Cut 10 and removed a ton of features, and so many people hated it, and Apple kind of ruined it in the opinion of a lot of people, kind of in my opinion too. And so, and Final Cut was always Mac only. And so a lot of people switched to Premiere, and I've kind of been using Premiere since then. I learned on, like, I learned to edit on Final Cut 7, I think, and then I've been kind of using Premiere since. This is pretty annoying. Okay, that trick didn't work. Okay, but you didn't switch. I told you to switch. Do we think it switched? That's fine. No, I would like to get it to work. I mean, I would like to, because if I'm going to be, like, this whole stream is going to be me recording and playing back audio. And so if it's not working, it's not really worth streaming, I think. Output mapping, Adobe Desktop Audio. Maybe there's a way to trick it. Like, I don't actually know what any of these things mean. And Adobe Desktop Audio is not just like an input that seemed to be available to me. Okay, actually, let's make sure other desktop audio still works, and then I didn't destroy it. Okay, yes, that works. I mean, I think maybe the deal is, I don't exactly know. I don't know the intricacies of Windows audio very well, really. But I think it might be that Premiere plays directly to the hardware. I think. Hold the speaker up to the microphone. I mean, there is a thing where I could maybe do like a loopback thing and plug audio output to an audio input on my machine. That's something that Life is Yours had to do for his loopback.jpg. Oh no, what is? Should I click this on stream? What is it? Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, you're fine. It turned into an image. It's not a link. It thought it was a link. Of course it's not a link. .jpg. That's a weird thing about Twitch chat. It just thinks things are oh, interesting. It's a Goatsy thing. Man, I have not really I haven't really thought of Goatsy for a long time. I don't want to. Yeah, great. Okay, great. No thanks. No thanks. So if that's the issue, then how can we? Like if it's playing directly to the hardware, I don't know that I have a way to do it. Tricky. I mean, really, I could potentially do something with that Realtek output, play to that, and loop a cable back to the input on my audio interface. That sounds annoying. I don't know if I have cables handy to do that. Premiere, just every step of the way, has not wanted this to work. Like Premiere's been out to get me kind of this whole time. If we were gonna be able to do anything, I feel like it would be in here. I don't know, man. I'm afraid by clicking all this stuff, I'm gonna break the desktop audio. Oh, I wonder if there's a way I could do it with the Elgato sound capture. It's supposed to be a thing that lets you route a bunch of nonsense together. But it can't be an output, seemingly. Or can it? Where's that thing? I always turn that thing off on purpose. This dumb thing. I feel like if I click this button, I'm going to lose audio. I clicked it. Oh, it didn't. It actually worked. Tremendous. Oh yeah. Like if I change these things. Hello? No, it's still okay. I guess OBS is smart enough because it's looking at the actual device. So the output is the issue here, though, right? So I could output it to the Elgato sound capture. This might work. Can't do it there, but can maybe do it here, and I can maybe keep input the same, but set output to this jerk. Render it to a file. It's not a ton of effort. It will just take some time, and I'm gonna like be editing it over and over again. So like, it's definitely better if it just works while doing it. Like, it shouldn't take super long to encode, but it's definitely a burden on my machine, and it would probably mess up the stream. We've tried that before. Like all those little video edits we did last year definitely hit the machine pretty hard. So let's try this. This might work. We want an audio output capture that is that Elgato sound capture, dude. Is the Elgato legit? Which one? I have the, that device is all for, I mean, that software came with the little HD60. I haven't used it a ton. It's what I used when I did that Into the Breach stream. That's what I used. Should this be an audio input capture? This is sort of a weird setup. But I like it pretty well. Wait, you don't got it? What don't you got? This thing. Oh, the audio went strange? Is it still strange? This thing is this little fellow. Uh-oh. What does the audio sound like? Let me listen to it. I don't think I can hear anything anymore. I think I've destroyed everything. Okay. Neither audio input or output is working. I'm glad you can hear me because I can no longer hear anything, which is very exciting. Audio hardware. I said what? That we were outputting to the sound capture. Terraforming's okay. I mean, we never went back and really made it pretty. I mean, in terms of like, that grass and rock doesn't look super great, but otherwise it's okay. Maybe we'll revisit it at some point and make it nicer. Why is there no audio? Where do I want to hear my audio? I want to hear it here. I want to hear it. What's my audio input? Do I need to go change this to Elgato land? Okay, I can hear that. And you probably heard that little sparkle. So that was my audio output capture. And also audio input capture, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. Audio input capture. Okay, weird, but okay. And then this dumb jerk just doesn't want to play anywhere, does it? It'd be cool if it worked. I'll just keep pushing buttons. I think we're not going to get it, unfortunately. And if we had those, there's a certain Realtek way to like have all of your audio output show up as an audio input device. But I never got that to happen on my machine. I don't know if my particular audio chipset does that. Look at that. Look at that, Babby. Well, let's try one more thing and then we just may have to, I mean, I'll try to do a quick render so you can at least hear what's up. It will probably mess up the stream, but hey, it'll be fine. So back to audio hardware. Let's try to undo some of the damage I just did. So, I mean, this I guess just like outputs at a hardware level where OBS has no ability to capture it. When I play in Premiere, I'm hearing it. right now I'm not, because I was outputting it to a crazy place. Right when I do this, I will, because my headphones are plugged into this device, and I think it's like writing directly to the hardware basically. Except now this is broken because I need to turn off that Elgato sound capture again. Okay, good. Get rid of that. And then I need to set my headphones to just be that audio. Software to create a fake audio device. That's what that Realtek thing does. But this, I mean, in this case, it's not just like an audio output source. It's like hardware drivers. That's what I was trying to do with those MME drivers. I mean, essentially the Elgato is the fake audio device, but it was not doing the thing that I wanted. And right now I can't hear it at all. So yeah, that was my goal with the Elgato thing, but I didn't succeed. And now audio, what's hard to know is if maybe I set it up right, but maybe Premiere hates it when you change audio settings. So really I probably should have been like closing and opening it every single time. Alabama. That's kind of annoying, huh? Because this now all seems to be correct. And now I can't hear it again. Even though I am listening to that very piece of hardware. Let's just close Premiere and try yet again. That makes me think maybe I actually did it right. And that Elgato stuff might have technically worked. Who can say? I hate you, Premiere. You're not the worst, but you're bad. This is how it taunts me. Like it shows the, I can see the mixer lighten up and I just know there's audio there. What is broken now? ASIO drivers, straight to the Focusrite. Well, that actually all seems totally correct. It is not back for me yet. What did I need to do to make that happen? I am listening to the right machine, I believe. OBS is listening to that. Desktop audio. The Scarlett is where the microphone is, and it's where my headphones are. So why does this dumb jerk not work? Man. Trackline, I've destroyed it all. I saw a lull. Did you write anything else? Is there other vandalism with the Babby? You wrote hi? I did not notice hi. I was in the heat of the moment. What do I do now? Because I can't hear it. I should be listening to anything written to that device. Lame. Man, and now Adobe bought Substance, which is software that I like. But is Adobe going to make it bad? What's my deal here? I mean, I think this audio business is all good. I think it's just a driver thing now. Am I missing something totally obvious? Weren't these my initial settings? I know, 30 minutes of playing with this. I'm doing great. I'm doing really great. I just want stuff to work. You know, I feel like I'm making an investment in the future. Maybe not. I can't review the tape because I can't even hear any audio at the moment. So I can't even do the work. I mean, I could try to render it, but it would not be great. But sure, let's try it. We'll go. This is all fine. 400 meg file is fine. Let's queue it in Adobe Media Encoder. Hey, Color Red, Visual Basic. I'm sorry. I don't think I've looked at Visual Basic since like 1995. Truly. Why do you have to do it? What are you doing in Visual Basic? Okay, I'm gonna render this. It's probably gonna mess up the stream, so I'll just try to not move. Look, Draklyn's got it. Visual Basic Pro. Okay, this is almost certainly gonna mess up the stream. Let's see. Are we good? Are we good? Testing. Testing. How far behind is the video? Feels like I'm very laggy. Seems like encoding is holding up okay. Why is my latency so bad? I'm trying to cast spells on you, Draklyn. But is the stream okay? Is this not breaking the stream? That would be handy. Okay, cool. All right, we'll watch this with the bad voiceover. Man, it's almost 9 o'clock. I gotta, Draklyn, it's all your fault. You talked me into streaming this. It's not your fault. It's Premiere's fault. No, it's Premiere's fault for sure. What a dumb, annoying thing. I did not hear the sound that is supposed to happen when a video is finished playing, which is suspicious. Hi, my name is Scott Carner, and I'd like to introduce you to Heat, my submission for the Twitch AWS Extension Challenge. The elevator pitch is pretty simple. Viewers can click directly on the video, and the coordinates for those clicks are routed to the broadcaster, who can then do kind of whatever they want with them. I have a background in interactive video from my time as a graduate student at NYU, and it continues to be a field that I'm interested in. In fact, those interactive possibilities with Twitch chat are kind of what drew me to Twitch in the first place. But I want to add a new dimension to that, something a little more tactile and tangible, so users can click and then see that they had an impact on the stream. Heat was built on stream. I've been streaming it in Science and Tech for about the last month, and I also built a lot of demos, which is what I'll show you today. But keep in mind, while I'm showing you my demos, Heat is an open platform that anybody can build on, and I'm excited to see what people do with it. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Listen to this jerk. This first demo is super simple, and it's where Heat gets its name, from a heat map. Users can click on the screen to show their preference for something, to vote for something, or just kind of indicate where the broadcaster should look. The song has a weird rattling sound in it. I don't think I like it. This is one of the first demos I created for Valentine's Day. It was a kissing booth. It is a front end based on Pixie.js and just draws particle systems. Of course, the particles could be anything, but hey, it was Valentine's Day. The This is another demo based on Pixie.js, kind of a strange little game where users can click around the screen and leave little snacks for this little cat character. I didn't want users to just be able to trigger things drawn on top of the video. I wanted them to be able to manipulate the video itself. This demo is called Warp, and it allows the users to do exactly that. Along the same lines is this demo called Pixelate that allows users to kind of needlessly censor parts of the stream. Both this demo and the last demo are browser-based, so it's very easy for any broadcaster to set them up. I didn't want people to be limited to creating content for the browser, though. This is a terraforming demo I created in Unity, and it uses a simple backend bridge to talk to the service. Listen to all those stutters. Kind of feeling like I want to cut all these down to 15 seconds each. This step sequencer demo is probably the most popular demo that I put together on stream. It's a multi-user collaborative music making experience. It uses Tone.js and, of course, Heat. This painting demo uses the opaque user ID that comes with the extension helper. It allows me to have a different color for each user in the channel, and that color is tracked as people paint around and contribute to the swirling creation. And finally, this is Heat running in headless mode. Rather than drawing pixels on the screen, it allows users to click certain XY coordinates on a grid and causes a result. In this case, clicking the bright spot on my wall changes the lighting in my room. And that's Heat. Thank you for taking the time to watch my submission, and thank you to the chat and Scott Made This for helping me make these demos by clicking all over the place. Yes, Color Red. This is a submission for so for the last month in this channel, we've been building a Twitch extension called Heat that lets you click directly on my video stream and then stuff will happen. Do we have any Heat overlays running? Let's see. What is even going on? Heat browser. I can show you. So anyway, it's for a contest, and the contest is tomorrow. So I'm finishing up the submission video. And I was going to stream some of the editing, but Premiere is being super dumb. So is the baby working? Oh, that baby is not transparent. That's lame. Also, why did the browser decide to... Man, look at Draclin go. So yeah, Code Red, like if you click on the video stream, it'll feed the babby, etc., etc., etc. I need to push all the ones that we did that allow for that can have the transparent background get knocked out. That would be Heat viewer, HTTP server. You're hacking Crazy Taxi. Oh my gosh, this is outrageous. Thanks. So anyway, I'm trying to get this all done to submit tomorrow and then hopefully win $15,000, but we'll see. We'll see about that. Now? Okay, now we can feed the babby and I can work. So, great. Okay, so that was okay, but I do think I want to go in and just cut all these to 15 seconds each. I feel like they just went on a little too long. color red. Criminal mastermind. Like, what if I just cut 5 seconds off of each of these? Kind of want to. Also, why are these 20 frames off from where they're supposed to be? Okay. I am definitely in danger of messing everything up, so let's save. And then plan to just do 20 seconds each. Okay. This would be helpful if I could hear these things, but oh well. C# is pretty good. Man, I really would like to be able to hear my audio. That would really make it easier for me to work. What might I have messed up that is making that not possible? This Elgato sound capture is still running, but I'm not using it. Go back in time to compare the settings. I mean, I'm pretty sure the settings are all identical. Because there's not that many things. We didn't change anything in audio. In audio hardware, we mess with the device and the device class. Oh, great. Not working. Excellent. That's very good. Why is it not working? Okay, well, at least Adobe acknowledges. That was weird. Oh, it just said, not working. I'm not working. And I probably can't just change it to something else. Probably. Arbitrarily. I mean, you know what? It's not that big of a deal because as long as the video looks okay, that's all that really matters. Because I'm going to re-record all the audio anyway. Okay, so that's fine. We'll just say the beginnings are all going to start in the same place. I'm pretty confused, though, about... I don't know my Premiere shortcuts as well. Okay, now delete. And you will go to 30. Actually, most of my audio already fits, it looks like. This one we want to cut off the beginning because there's like several seconds of me doing just blinking there before any kisses happen. So we will cut off maybe the first 3 seconds. And then go to 30, where I'm already puckering up. This will be better. This is the right idea. It's a good plan, everybody. Good job. The Babby, I think, is pretty good. Do I like the beginning of the Babby or the ending of the Babby? I think the ending of the Babby is pretty good. So if we cut off 5 seconds from the beginning, although if we cut off from the end, maybe we cut off from the end because we at least get, yeah, let's cut off from the end. 45. Okay, warp starts pretty quick and nothing really good happens at the end, so that's easy. Cut off at 2 minutes. That external app was the Elgato Sound Capture. I ditched it. I'm not using it anymore. So, because I'm configured to be listening to that Focusrite, so I should be able to hear it. But even like when I looked in Premiere, I think it might need a reboot. Like Premiere is, I think, in an angry state. So switching this to ASIO, which is what I would want. This would be all good here, but not happening. Okay, 2 minutes, but that's okay. I don't really need audio at this moment. Okay, the Pixelate one, you just start pretty quickly. The last 5 seconds. We take 3 off the back and 2 off the front. Something like that. Wait, doing a bad job. Two. I feel like I'm not snapping where I want to. There we go. 3 off the back and off the front. 2. Put this at 7. I got a little bit of audio overlap, but I think that's fine. Okay, that looks okay. And that ends exactly where it should. Earthscape. We could lose a second or 2 off of this. It's like haircutting. Editing is like haircutting. Editing is like a super, I don't know. For me, I'm such an analytically minded person. I think that's why I'm not the best editor in the world. It's just because a lot of it is just sort of like feeling and intuition. And I like things to be very snapped and aligned. But I try to at least find a middle ground. Okay, and Sequence has some downtime at the beginning that we don't need. Let's start it where it's more like in the middle, maybe. Yeah, nicely done. I really appreciate your help. Everyone was very helpful. So if we cut 1 second, 2 seconds, let's take 2 off the front and 3 off the back, I think. Feather the bangs. We already have an audio fade there, so we're all good. Okay. Paint doesn't matter. Just do whatever we want. So let's just cut off the end of paint because that's easy. Okay, this will be better. This is better. Shorter, sweeter, less uncomfortable time staring at my face while Draklin gives me kisses. Headless, similarly, is a lot of me just sitting there. Did you see this, Draklin, that I added the other lights? It's pretty good now. The rave. Let's play this video. Okay, and then we want 315. No audio. That's okay. You don't need audio. Wait, you were on a work call while watching me have a rave? Outrageous. Then we delete here. So now we're at a nice 3 minutes and 30 seconds will be our main runtime. That messes things up in terms of the audio, but I think it's fine. I mean the music track, because the music's pretty repetitive, and we'll just have a super long fade at the end, and it will be no problem. And then the real question, the emoticons dancing, I thought about it. I turned those on later, but those aren't mine. Those are Lana Lux's. So I would feel weird about putting her art in the contest submission. I need to just make my own dancing people. I was thinking it would not be hard to take that dancing, like that sprite sheet, and just bring in emoticons, and then people in chat could spam emotes, and it would just turn emotes into little dancing dudes. Would not be too difficult. Only some emotes would work, I think, but sorry for punching the microphone. Okay, so we're down to 3:30. We have our Easter egg at the end that I'm still not decided on. What does audio say right now? Is it back to saying not working? No? It thinks it's working. You think it's funny to have this at the end? I just don't know with those judges, man. Because, like, I'm relying very heavily, even if I don't win the contest, I'm really hoping I get some promotion, promotion for the stream out of it. And I think broadly, people would think it's funny. But I don't know if those judges would be like, you know, decide, oh, we can't promote this because of this dumb thing. So I don't know. But it's still in there for now. I will make the executive decision at the last moment. Okay, so that is all good. The places we really screwed up were on a few of the Where's the babby? Oh, the babby's sleeping behind me. Where's the babby? I need to make some good, I need to make some more just kind of ambient heat things that aren't too distracting, but that can be, I guess the babby's not a bad example of that. Maybe the babby just needs to be smaller. Like just goofy ambient things that can be happening on stream that are maybe not super distracting, but that people could play with while I'm paying attention to other things. Perhaps. Okay, so I feel good about this edit, but we're still stuck in the land where we need to record all of the voiceovers. And unfortunately, what would have been helpful to do that is the ability to listen to these. But that's okay. So what we need to do is hop in the old notes document, and we want to just start like some kind of script for each of these. Can I hide this? That's the opposite of what I want it to do. Did that kill the babby? No, the babby's okay. Am I distracted? Who, me? No. Am I? What am I supposed to be doing? Okay, so we're just gonna write a little script for each of these. Intro set in stone, so that's fine. So we need heat map, kissing booth, baby, warp, pixel, earthscape, sequence, paint, headless, and outro. So outro is easy enough because that just needs to be video. I mean, it's hard if I can't hear it to know, but I think these 15 seconds clips look better. I think they're going to work better than the 20. And so I'm pretty pleased with that. And so now I'm just going to go through, I guess, and just write lines. The thing that worries me about waiting till tomorrow to do the audio, I don't want to stay up late necessarily, and I don't want to make a lot of noise for my neighbors. But the thing that's a worry about recording audio tomorrow is that the roofers could be up there destroying the world. And this has to be submitted by 2 p.m. Eastern time. So that seems risky. But I don't think I can record the audio on stream, unfortunately. So get this. Today, they weren't even working on my roof. I don't even know if it was different roofers, but there's a building, like truly outside my window, there's a building right there. It's a cinder block wall, like 4 feet outside my window. And they were working on that roof today. So it was just as noisy and loud. They were just one building over. I don't even know if it could have been different roofers. It could be just I have bad roofing luck. But the roofing project here is supposed to continue until the middle of March, which is a bummer. Okay, so we can just go through these, I guess, and go through the render that we already did and just make some notes on what we want to change. And then I can be ready to record and hopefully knock it out pretty quickly. Hi, my name is Scott Garner, and I'd like to introduce you to Heat, my submission for the Twitch AWS. And I hope you enjoy. This first demo is super simple, and it's where Heat gets its name. From a heat map. This first demo is super simple. And it's where Heat gets its name from a heat map. Users can click on the screen to show their preference for something, to vote for something, or just kind of indicate where the broadcaster should look. Viewers can click on the screen to indicate their preference for something, or to vote for something, or what did I say? Where the broadcaster should look for something, to a heat map. Users can click on the screen to show their preference for something, or to vote for something, or just indicate where the broadcaster should look. Very exciting. Okay. Kissing booth. That's a good face. To vote for something, or just kind of indicate where the broadcaster should look. This is one of the first demos I created for Valentine's Day. It was a kissing booth. It is a front end based on Pixie.js. Stream on Valentine's Day. Oh. Like the last demo. How do I want to say this? Both this and the last demo designed to run as a browser source in OBS layered over the video. And just draws particle systems. Of course, the particles could be anything, but hey, it's Valentine's Day. This demo was created on stream on a stream for Valentine's Day. Both this and the last demo were designed. Are designed. This demo was created on a stream for Valentine's Day. Both this and the last demo are designed to run as a browser source in OBS layered over the video. This kissing booth demo. Okay. Yeah, all these are too long. This is another demo based on Pixie.js, kind of a strange little game where users can click around the screen and read a little snack. This was my first attempt at something more like an in-stream game. Viewers can click around the video player to spawn food, spawn snacks for the cat. This was my first attempt at something more like an in-stream game. Viewers can click around the video player to spawn snacks for the cat. I didn't want users to just be able to trigger things drawn on top of the video. I wanted them to be able to... In addition to experiences... on top of the video, I also wanted viewers to be able to manipulate the video itself. Manipulate the video itself. This demo is called Warp, and it allows the users to do exactly that. And this demo, users can warp the video In addition to experiences designed on to live on top of the video, I also wanted viewers to be able to manipulate the video itself. In this demo, users can warp the video. I don't know. This demo runs in a standalone browser. Is that still called WebRTC? Or this is just media stream. In addition to experiences designed to live on top of the video, I also wanted viewers to be able to manipulate the video itself. This demo runs in a standalone browser and warps the incoming video feed. Along the same lines is this demo called Pixelate that allows users to kind of needlessly censor parts of the screen. Along the same lines, this video censor parts of the stream. This demo. Who's feeding the baby? Jacqueline, are you still there? Did you fall asleep while I'm writing? Okay, verse escape. Nom nom. Feed the baby. Both this demo and the last demo are browser based, so it's very easy for any broadcaster to set them up. I didn't want people to be limited to creating content for the Heat isn't limited to browser-based experiences, though. This terraforming demo uses a simple This terraforming demo was built in Unity and uses a simple adapter to access the Heat backend. Ah, beautiful. Look at the babe. Oh, beautiful moon babby. So inspiring. Gorgeous. I don't like the word terraforming. Heat isn't limited to browser-based experiences, though. This terraforming demo was built in Unity and uses a simple adapter to access the Heat backend. Are able to spawn new land masses with their clicks. Heat isn't limited to browser-based experiences, though. This terraforming demo was built in Unity and uses a simple adapter to access the Heat backend. Users are able to spawn new land masses with their clicks. Some of these just seem too short, but maybe that's fine. I guess they all don't have to take a full 15 seconds to say. Browser, though. This is a terraforming demo I created in Unity. And Heat also isn't limited to just about visual experiences. This sequencer demo features a multi-user, what did I say? It uses a simple backend bridge to talk to the service. This step sequencer demo is probably the most popular demo that I put together on stream. It's a multi-user collaborative music-making experience. Heat isn't just about visual experiences either. This demo features a multi-user collaborative music sequencer. I don't know if we need this thing. I just like get a little more simple. Pare them down a little bit. Short and sweet, right? Short and sweet. It uses Tone.js and, of course, Heat. Created with Tone.js. Heat isn't just about visual experiences either. This demo features a multi-user collaborative music sequencer created with Tone.js. All of the demos you've seen so far were built with Pixie.js. Paint. This painting demo uses the opaque user ID that comes. Demo uses the opaque user ID to identify different opaque user ID provided by Twitch to identify different viewers. Each viewer is given their own paint color and clicks drag their brush across the screen. This painting demo uses the opaque user ID provided by Twitch to identify different viewers. Each viewer is given their own paint color and clicks, drags their... That's not good writing. That's... To identify different viewers and give each of them their own paint color. This painting demo uses the opaque user ID provided by Twitch to identify different viewers and give each of them their own paint color. This painting demo uses the opaque user ID provided by Twitch to identify different viewers. How about this? Provided by Twitch, give each viewer their own paint color. Their own persistent paint color. It's not really very persistent, but it is from one click to the next, which nothing else is. This painting demo uses the opaque user ID provided by Twitch to give each viewer their own persistent paint color. Each click drags the brush, viewer's brush, to a new location on the screen. This painting demo uses the opaque user ID provided by Twitch to give each viewer their own persistent paint color. Each click drags the viewer's brush to a new location on the screen. Fine. With the extension helper, it allows me to have a different color for each user in the channel, and that color is tracked as people paint around and contribute to the swirling creation. The babby looks transfixed by the paint. Look at the babby just zoning out. The babby just wants to get in it. Get in there, babby. I think there might be drugs in the babby's cookies. This painting demo uses the this babby's out of control. Actually, it's a bebby. I forgot. This is not a babby. This is a bebby. Have a different color for each user in the channel, and that color is Draclin, are you gone? Paint around and contribute to the swirling. Thanks for hanging out, as always. I'm sure we will speak tomorrow. I'm going to finish writing this script, and then I'm probably done for the evening. At least streaming. I'll probably stop the stream, and then I'm going to record this stuff, and then we're going to have a video tomorrow, and we're going to win all the money. It's going to be great. So good night. And finally, this is Heat running in headless mode. Finally, a headless Heat demo. Rather than drawing pixels on the screen, it allows users to click certain XY. Rather than drawing pixels on the screen, allows users to trigger actions by clicking on certain grid coordinates. In this case, they can alter my lights, alter my lighting by clicking the bright spot on the wall. And finally, this is a headless heat demo. Rather than drawing pixels on the screen, it allows users to trigger actions by clicking on certain grid coordinates. In this case, they can alter my lighting by clicking the bright spot on the wall. That feels like it's gonna be too long, probably. But we'll see. Coordinates on a grid and causes a result. In this case, clicking the bright spot on my wall changes the lighting in my room. And that's Heat. Thank you for taking the time to watch my submission, and thank you to the chat and Scott Made This for helping me make these demos by clicking all over the place. Thank you for, and that's Heat. Taking the time to review my submission, and thank you to the chat and Scott Made This for providing the clicks for these demos. And that's Heat. Thank you for, I'm missing words, taking. And that's Heat. Thank you for taking the time to review my submission, and thanks to the chat and Scott Made This providing the clicks for these demos. Right? Are we good? I think we're good. The Babby is lounging comfortably. Okay. I feel like these are going to be fine. I feel like we're pretty good in case of the video. So I think what I'm going to do what we're gonna do is what? Music so dramatic. This is what we needed to capture. Okay, so I feel like we're in good shape. I'm kind of bummed that we can't just record this on stream just so I could just bang it out, but here we are. Well, that's a good shot. Look at my glasses. That looks pretty good. Okay, so I think I'm gonna hop off stream, and then I think I'm gonna record these things and just crank them out. Just to show you how I would do that, since I can't do it on stream, unfortunately, since Premiere's being a jerk. Premiere has this little voiceover tool, and so all I need to do is like find a spot, pick a track, and then click this voiceover tool. It'll give me a little countdown, and then I can record and say, hi, hello, my name is Scott. Welcome to this thing. And then I click the button, and then I have an audio clip. So I will just do that. The only challenge, and it's not that big of a challenge, is since the video portions were recorded in OBS, where I already had like various audio filters to make the audio sound a little nicer, I'll just have to try to recreate that. Color Red, good luck. Have a great night. Thank you for the follow. Also, I appreciate that. Yeah, so it'll just take me a little time to match up that audio, stuff like that. But I think what I'm going to try to do, yeah, I think I can record this stuff in like half an hour, kick out a version of the video, wake up in the morning, look at it, have new ideas, and then we can move on with our lives a little bit. We've been working on this extension for 3 weeks now, really. Almost exactly 3 weeks, I guess. I guess we did a lot in 3 weeks, so that's good. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. Draklin, Color Red, anybody else who stopped by, super appreciate it. Let me click this button. Yes. Hopefully next time we speak, I will have submitted this video and we can move on with our lives and make something new. Right? Or maybe we'll make more stuff for Heat. I don't know. Anyway, see you later.